I just pulled into like my driveway. I've been at uni all day and oh my goodness, I'm so hungry. I've eaten fine, but I don't know, I'm really hungry. It's 5 o'clock now. I haven't eaten actually. I haven't eaten since like 11. So that's like a decent amount of time, but I'm so hungry. There was so much traffic on the way home. I feel like there's not usually that much. So I'm so excited. It took me like an hour to get home. So usually it should only take me like 40 minutes. So when you move out, you don't always have all of the normal things that you would have at home. For example, a toasted sandwich maker, or whatever they're called, sandwich press, whatever you call them. And today I really wanted a toasted sandwich. So what I did was I made my sandwich, I wrapped it in baking paper, and I put it in a little saucepan. But then, because I wanted it to be squished a bit like a sandwich press does, I got another saucepan and put it on top of the sandwich. And then because I wanted to weigh it down, I got a jar and put that on top. Yay for being resourceful. And guys, look, the perfect toasted sandwich. Good morning, it is Friday, and welcome back to Rachel Looks Like a Hobbit. Today's Friday, like I said, I'm actually just really cold. That is why I have my hoodie over my head, because I'm really cold. I'm a person who gets cold so easily, but anyway, that's not the point of this clip. Right now it is 8:30 a.m. and I'm just writing up my assignment because it is due today. The draft is due today. And the draft is only the introduction, so I only have to write the introduction, but I may or may not have started this morning. But it doesn't seem to be that difficult. Like, I've done the readings and stuff, and so like I understand the readings really well, so I feel like it's not going to be that hard to write the introduction, because I basically have to give a general introduction to the topic, then I have to write a thesis statement, and then basically what I'm doing, like what the assignment is that I have to compare two papers, or like use two papers to support my thesis. And so all I have to do in the introduction is, like I said, general introduction to the topic, which is how driving while using a mobile phone can interfere with your driving ability. Then I have to write my thesis statement, which is like, yes, it does interfere. Then I have to summarize each paper separately. So I just have to talk about paper 1 and what it kind of contributes, and then paper 2. And that doesn't seem that hard. Like, I've already written probably over half of my introduction, and I started not very long ago. So I don't know if that, like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I feel like I'm doing it wrong because it doesn't seem as hard as I thought it would be. But I don't know if that's just because I really understand the topic, but I could be wrong. I don't know why I film like this. Like, it's so funny when I watch other people's vlogs, like big beauty gurus, and they're like, sorry, I'm not wearing any makeup. And I'm like, look at me. I look like, I don't even know what I look like. But like, I don't care. This is one of those weeks where I do not give one hoot about my appearance, because it's just like study, assignments, get it done. But I'm gonna try and get this done this morning. I've got work this afternoon, which is not like bad. It's good because I need to work, but like, I just get stressed when I have work, but I also have uni work to do. But after I finish this, I can just focus on studying for my exam tomorrow, which is really good, but also really bad because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna because it's my worst subject, and no matter how much I study, I just don't understand it, and I always get things wrong. I just want to pass. That's all I want to do. But if I fail, I hope I don't fail by much. I had a presentation yesterday. It was like a group presentation, so it wasn't just me, but I was with these 2 other girls, and they're really, really lovely girls, and they're like the only people that I actually talked to at uni who I didn't know before I went to uni. They do philosophy as well, and it was for my philosophy class, so I'm probably never going to see them again after I finish this semester, because I will not do any classes with them because they study humanities and I study psychology. But yeah, we did our presentation, and it actually went really well, and I didn't think it would go that well because basically they were like, you can argue whatever you want. So like, basically it was almost like a debate with yourself. This is the most horrible angle. It was basically a debate with yourself, because you had to like choose a topic to argue, but then you also had to say what was bad about your argument, I guess. So like the counter arguments. So it was basically like a debate, but you also had to debate with your own argument to like show that there are other options, I guess, other arguments. So it was really interesting, but it was really difficult. It was like overthinking to the max. But we have a lot of people in our class who are really, really smart and really into philosophical type of things. So some people were arguing about euthanasia, some people were arguing about politics and taxes and global warming and like really serious issues, and they had all these statistics and all of this research and all of this stuff that like supported their argument. and it was like really, really good. And our argument was about social media. So like, although it's still like a serious issue, it's not like it's euthanasia, you know, like and so I got really worried that our argument wouldn't be like complex enough because it was one of the requirements. And when we went up to like actually present it to the class, I just really stuffed up what I was saying. So we had to do like a 10-minute speech and then 5 minutes worth of like question time at the end with the class. And I really stuffed up my part of the speech, which was really annoying. And it just, like, I said what I needed to say, but it didn't flow as nicely as I would have liked it to. That was my fault though, because I didn't really write my script very well. Like, it was like what I was saying in the script was good, but I should have written in like dot point form instead of paragraph form, because I lost my place. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wing it. And so I still said everything I needed to say. It just didn't flow as nicely as I would have liked it to. But I'm pretty sure we didn't get marked on how we talked. It was more like what we said. But then at the end we had question time, and I feel like we kind of, or I feel like I like regained myself. Like the other girls did really well the whole way through, so they didn't have to regain themselves, but I had to kind of regain myself in the question time. And I think I answered the questions really well. Like, when you have to argue a topic so detailed, I don't know, you really have to understand it, so it's really easy to answer questions about it. Like, some of the people were like, oh, but like, how do you know what this is and how do you know what this is? And you can kind of just make it up, and as long as you justify yourself, you get the marks for it. And we ended up getting like a pretty good mark for it, and I was really surprised because I didn't think we'd do as well as we did. Like, I didn't think we'd do badly, but I didn't think we'd do that good, and we actually did really well, so I'm really, really happy about that. Yeah, today is Friday, gotta study. I also got a new roommate moving in this weekend, which is a very long story. But yeah, she's really, really nice though, so I'm really excited, kind of. I really like living by myself, but that's just really unrealistic, so I'm glad that I actually have a roommate who's really nice, and I know she's really nice, and she's also a student, which is really good because we kind of have similar routines, I guess. Like, before I was living with a 25-year-old, so she was just full-time working, but she worked at like restaurant / bar, I guess, and so she would come home from work at like 3 a.m. and then I would wake up at like 5 a.m. So it just like, I guess I would have annoyed her by waking up at 5 a.m. And she didn't really annoy me. She kind of annoyed me coming home at 3 a.m. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you can deal with it. I'm not that fussy, and I'm not that, like, I'm a deep sleeper, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But I can imagine that me waking up so early annoyed her. I know it did, but I didn't really have a choice. I had to. So I'm glad I have like a student, because then she'll also be studying and I'll be studying, and it'll just be easier, I think. But yeah, that's all I really have to say, and I should probably keep working because I need to get this introduction done, and then I need to work on my other thing. What's the other thing? Linguistics. I'm really glad because like I've had 4 pieces of assessment due this week. 2 of them are done. Then once I hand in my introduction, then I'll only have linguistics to focus on, and that way I can just focus on that. Whereas this whole week I've been like, I have so many things to do. Whereas now I'm kind of like, okay, as soon as I get this done, I'll have one thing to focus on, and then I can just concentrate on that thing. So I've been talking for 9 minutes, so I should stop, and I'll talk to you guys later. So it is almost 11 p.m. I'm about to go to sleep, and I'll be waking up at 4 a.m. hopefully, if I actually get out of bed, which I really need to do. But sometimes when I try and set my alarm really early, I just like subconsciously like turn it off and go back to sleep, or like not subconsciously, but like just out of habit. So I'm gonna get up at 4 and continue to study. I've gotten to the point where I'm just hoping that I'll get like 50%, like even if I don't pass, just like close to 50%, because then in the next exam at the end of the semester, I'll just like work a lot harder for that one. But even if I like, just say I get 50% for this one, then 50% for the next one, I also have another mark that I do for in-class stuff, which I'm already going to get pretty much full marks for, so I can just pass with that. I don't even care if I get good marks or not for this subject, I just want to pass. I'm so sick of it. I hate it so much. I also handed in my other assignment, so that was fine. I handed that in like an hour or 2 ago, and I was surprised at how long it took me, because I thought it was going to take a really long time, and it didn't. It took me not very long at all, so I don't think I did a very good job, but I think it was okay, but I'm really not sure how they're going to mark it. So I've never like done a uni assignment really like the one that I did anyway. Like, I've done a presentation, but I haven't done like a written assignment yet, so we'll see. But I'm going to go to bed, and I will wake up at 4 a.m. Bye. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning, and today is the day of the exam. It is currently 10 to 9, My exam is at 11:30, but I'm going in a bit earlier so that I can study at the library, just because I'm so paranoid of being late, even though I know I wouldn't be. So then I'll have like an hour and a bit to study before my exam starts. But I've been up since 4 a.m, so feeling good. But I thought I'd show you guys my outfit for my exam. So like I've told you guys before, I get into my like study mode where it's just like all I focus on is studying and I don't really care about anything else. So right now I have my hair up in a ponytail, and that's because I haven't washed it in about 3 days, so it looks really greasy, and also because I don't want it to get in my face while I'm doing my exam and get annoying. But I look bald, so we're not thinking about looks today. Then I'm wearing some workout leggings. These are from Cotton On Body. They're just the full-length workout leggings because they are the comfiest pants I own, and I really wanted to wear something comfy. Then I'm wearing a long black plain t-shirt that covers my butt. So if I take off my cardigan, which also covers my butt, no one's gonna see my butt because I'm wearing leggings and I don't want that. So I'm wearing a long black t-shirt and then a big, like the comfiest big cardigan I have, because I get so cold so easily, and so I'm trying to dress warmly, and this way I can just like take it off really easily, and then I just have a t-shirt underneath. So if I get cold or hot in the exam, it would be easier to like change it. And then my shoes, I'm just wearing my Vans that my boyfriend bought me because they're my favorite shoes and they are super comfy. And also I wanted to wear closed-in shoes because my feet are the first thing that get cold when I get cold. So I look literally like a mess, but I don't care at all. So right now I'm gonna go do another like 20 minutes of study, and then I'm gonna go head off to uni to do my exam. I'm so excited. I look bald. My exam finished. I haven't even talked about this exam. I finished my exam and it actually went a lot better than I thought it would. Not that I think I did well. I just don't think I think I have the possibility that I may have passed it. Passed.
I passed out the spaghetti.
Pasta. But right now, Skye and I decided that we wanted to go to the RSPCA. So yay. We're going to the RSPCA. Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Just not the new one?
No, I've been to new. I just haven't been in ages.
Okay, let's go. Look at some kittens. We found one.
We're getting it.
We're getting it. What's its name? Odin.
Odin, how much is it? 200. No, we're getting it.
We're getting it? Hello! It's so cute! We got our burgers. Got our burgers. We got our burgers. I was craving a burger, so I made Skye come and get a burger with me.
I mean, I'm never going to deny a burger, so...